Namaste, everyone. This is Alpa Raval. I'm a yoga therapist. I've also done some research on yoga on an autoimmune disease with UCF Healthcare Center. And I currently teach yoga as therapeutic intervention to the cancer patients at the UF Cancer Center. So welcome. Yoga for the lymphatic system and strengthen your autoimmune system. Now, let's be clear. All of yoga is going to move your lymphatic system. Any practice that you do of yoga, any style of yoga that you find, any teacher that you follow, you are moving your lymphatic system. And it is going to help your autoimmune system get stronger as a result. So you can actually look up the benefits of yoga for the lymphatic system and how does yoga strengthen the autoimmune system. And also, I would do a little bit of research. Why yoga helps balance our autonomic nervous system. Very, very powerful research out there. So I want to make this class more about the practice of yoga. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I hope that you can hear me. Let's go ahead and adjust this just a little bit. There you go. And here. So, as we were talking about the lymphatic system, so we have lymph nodes, the biggest lymph nodes, we have lymph nodes all over our body, okay? But the largest lymph nodes are in our neck, in our underarms, in our belly, and our thighs. So we're gonna go ahead and this practice of yoga, we're gonna focus on all four parts. But let's be real, when you do yoga, you're moving all of that. But be mindful of your neck. Not in a lot of yoga practices, we don't have too much movement at the neck. So pay attention to this area when you try to do yoga on your own. And add a little bit of neck movements as well. Also, we'll do a little bit of meditation. And we'll also be practicing breathing exercises. Now, meditation, I can speak about benefits of everything as far as meditation for the nervous system and etc. So our breath also moves our lymph. As you breathe in and out, the lymphatic ducts are opening up in our belly, and there's beautiful flow happening as the lymphatic system gets activated and our blood flow gets a little bit more stronger. So we'll do some breathing exercises, pranayama techniques, gentle belly breath, fire breath, and anuloma viloma, which is alternate nostril breathing. The three are the most popular breaths. But as we progress and as I create more videos for the Orlando Health UF Cancer Center, that's who I'm making this for, and I'm also making this available to you. So as I create more videos, we'll do more and more pranayama practices, as well as I'll add more different types of meditation, different types of movements. But I love the KISS method, right? Keep it simple, stranger. So we'll keep it simple here, and less is more. And we'll just go ahead and start with the breathing exercise that I learned in my Vipassana training, in my Vipassana retreat, you can call it. But it's given me so much more than just meditation. So we'll just go ahead and get started with simple meditation. And all it is, it's mindfulness meditation, also comes from Buddhist teaching. All we're going to do is focus our awareness on the incoming and outgoing breath. As simple as it sounds, It's really, really powerful. Just focusing our awareness on our breath. So you can have a posture like this, where you can just be sitting here. Sometimes the front of our ankles are not ready for this posture. If this is too much, but you still like sitting like this, I would put like a little towel or a bolster under our hips. But if you don't have that available right now, or maybe you can pause this video and go get a bolster if you have it. Bolster works perfectly, where you just put it right under your hips and you sit on it so your hips are a little bit lifted. There's not too much pressure on the front of your feet. Or you can sit like so, right here on the floor. Now this posture is not accessible to everybody, and it's okay. We're all different, and we all look different. Our anatomy is different. We feel the postures in a different way. So yoga is for every body, and every body looks different. So pay attention to your body. Maybe you're here, but that doesn't mean this is wrong way of sitting. But support these knees. I would just get a couple of pillows from your sofa. Let's actually use those pillows, Bring one here, and really give your inner thighs a little bit of break, your ankles a little bit of break, so you can sit at ease. Sukhasana, sukha, ease, sitting with ease in your asana. So once you find that ease in your asana, you can have your palm facing up, you can have your palms open, you can have pointer finger and thumb touching. You can be right here, or actually my favorite position for my hands is right here, either the bottom hand down and the top hand up, or the top hand up and the bottom hand down. It's different for everybody, and let's not get stuck on the details. Let's actually bring the awareness into ourselves, into the practice of yoga. Sometimes we get so stuck on, how am I sitting? How am I looking? Am I doing this or that right? And there's so much fear. So let's just not be so fearful. And I know that I'm kind of cursed with being so perfect, and having to deliver perfect message and do a perfect video, and do I have the right equipment, and I get really stuck with just doing it right. But you're never gonna get there. That's what I've learned in this past month, that I've been just so stressed out about the video just being right, and the lighting right, and the sound right, and I've never done videos online before. So you can bring that to your yoga mat as well. If you've never done yoga before and this is your first time, don't worry. Less is more, and none of us are perfect. And we're not striving to be perfect, are we? We're actually striving to just be a little bit less stressful. And let's just bring our awareness from outside the noise around us, the craziness that's happening around us, to inside, to this beautiful temple, this God-given temple that we're given. So let's go ahead and learn to live inside this body. And let's give up this wanting to have the perfect posture, have the perfect hand position, or doing the perfect yoga practice. Feel free to just watch this for a little bit, and then do it, and then pause, and then go back to your mat. Maybe you can surf around and find your favorite yoga teacher that speaks to you. And let's go ahead and be a little bit less stressful. Let's come inside our body. So let's go ahead and get started. Bottom hand up for me, and top hand on top. So let's just close our eyes. Soften the shoulders. Soften the jaw and the mouth. Soften the tongue and the teeth. Soften the areas behind the eyes. Soften the rib cage and the chest. All we're we're going to do in this meditation practice, it is called Anapana. All we're going to do is focus our awareness to our in-breath as it flows in through the nostril, and our out-breath as it flows out of the nostril. In-breath, tell yourself that I'm breathing in. Out-breath, tell yourself I'm breathing in. In-breath, I'm breathing in. Out-breath, I'm breathing out. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Now let that breath be natural. With each breath in, telling yourself, I'm breathing in. With each exhale, tell yourself, I'm breathing out. Inhale, I'm breathing in. Exhale, I'm breathing out. Let the breath be your guide. Feeling the breath going in. Feeling the breath going out. And let's be okay with not connected to the outer world. Let's be okay with having our eyes closed. Just for these few moments to connect to our source of energy, to the prana, to the chi, also called our breath. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. I'm breathing out. Tuck the chin slightly in. I'm breathing in. Relax the shoulders and the torso. I'm breathing out. Soften the backs of the eyes. I'm breathing in. Soften the palms. I'm breathing out. Soften the upper arms. I'm breathing in. Soften the low back. I'm breathing out. Soften the thighs. I'm breathing in. Soften the shins and the calves. I'm breathing out. Soften the ankles, toes. Breathing in and just for a few moments. When your mind wanders, bring it to the nostril. Feel the in-breath. Feel the out-breath on tops of the lips. Your nervous system that's responsible for rest, digest, and relax. Part of our nervous system that helps us bring our stress level down, helps us calm our heartbeat, helps us be connected deeply to our inner lift our arms over the head. Exhale, hands at heart center. You may hear a lot of noise around me because I'm sitting outside, but that's also a distraction. So it might be an opportunity to focus more inwards, focus more on your breath than what's happening around you. So now we're going to go into a belly breath. So if you were sitting in Sukhasana, I would say bring the opposite foot either on top or forward. Take a moment to shake out your hands. Just do a little bit of movement with your shoulders if you need to. And we'll start with the belly breath, and then I'll go up into some of the postures with moving our neck, our shoulders, our belly, our thighs, moving the big lymph nodes in our body and get the entire system flourished, nourished, and moving. So let's bring one of our hands on our belly button, one of our hands on our hearts. And let's go back to our eyes closed. Soften the shoulders. Inhale into the belly. Exhale out of the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Now as you inhale, and inhale more, feel your chest expand. Exhale, release both the palms on your thighs. Keep your eyes closed. We're going to take a deep breath into our belly. Exhale, tucking our navel in. Breathing in as you soften the shoulders down, breathing out. So a lot of times when we're breathing in, our chest might rise up. And then we're breathing out, our belly might go forward. So in order to avoid that, I always like to give cues. Saying breathing in, my rib cage and the chest relaxes. Breathing out, my rib cage and the chest relaxes, my belly tucks in. So you're constantly telling your shoulders and your chest to relax, to come down. It likes to get engaged, so we literally hold the entire world's physically and metaphorically, the entire world's weight on our shoulders. And the shoulders always want to get involved. So always remember, I always say in my classes, shoulders are not invited to this party. Let that stick in your head. So again, let's go back to that deep belly breath. And this time I invite you to do your own 5 deep belly breaths, okay? Inhale, inviting the shoulders and the rib cage to relax. Exhale, tuck the belly in, inviting the shoulders and rib cage to relax. Let's go. If you find yourself clenching your teeth, let's do one more. Relaxing the shoulders, thighs, the rib cage, the tongue and the teeth, because our jaw also likes to tighten. Inhale. Relax your teeth. Exhale. Awesome. Arms over the head. Hands at heart center. Bring your palms onto the mat. So we're going to come into just sitting on our heels if you weren't before. Tucking our toes under, right? Opening up the front of the backs of our feet and our hands right onto our thighs. Okay, arms will go over the head and out to the side. We're opening up the lymphatic ducts in our arms. Every arm movement, we're activating the lymph nodes in our arms. And out to the side and down. Again, activating those lymph nodes. Lift up and back down. So let's bring our hands right in front of us. Come into standing position. Arms will go over the head. And hands at heart center. So like I said, we have lymph nodes, the big ones, right on our chest, right in front of our, in our neck. And then we have a lot of lymph nodes in our underarms. And then we have lymph nodes in our belly, on our thighs, and they're all over the place. So let's go ahead and do some deep movements. And bring both your arms over the head. Don't do as I do. Do as I say, okay? So bring your arms over the head and soften your shoulders. Bring your palms together and then bring your arms back down, right? So now you can watch me. Arms over the head, palms come together. Soften the shoulders back and down. So if you're lifting the shoulders up towards your neck, release them down and away from your neck, palms together. Just doing this alone is enough. Like I said in my message, less is more. So just lifting our arms, just noticing what's happening in your underarms right now. This is a gentle, gentle practice for those who have been dealing with onset of a disease, perhaps cancer or any other autoimmune disease. So let's be gentle with ourselves. Arms out to the side and arms over the head. Softening the knees. Those of you that cannot stand up, I would invite you to sit in a chair. Arms over the head. Be good to yourself. Be good to your body. Listen to your body's messages. Our bodies are always talking to us. Arms over the head is telling us exactly what we need. Arms out to the side. Again, arms go over the head. And arms out to the side. Shoulders back and down. Back and down. Shake out your feet. Again, feet will be hip width apart. We're going to bring our hands right onto our shoulders. Soften those knees. There's no need to lock those knees and be so tight in our thighs and our hips. Relax, chill, soften the knees. Invite a little bit of softness in your being. And let's be okay with less. Let's be okay to relax a little bit. This is a gift to yourself because you know what's happening as we speak. We're all totally stressed out. So bring your hands right on your shoulders. Deep breath in. As we exhale, bring your elbows together, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. I know my headphones are picking up a lot of noise right now. chin to chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look up. We're moving our shoulder blades. Exhale. We're moving the lymph nodes, opening up the lymph ducts in our neck, back of the neck. We're also opening the passageway from our lower spine to our brain. Very, very powerful. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale. And release. The more we allow ourselves, the more we give ourselves permission to slow down. Our body says, I am enough. It's okay to do just this much. Bring your both arms out to the side. Deep breath in. Feet are hip width apart, okay? So now we're going to do a it's going to include multi body parts, right? So we're going to have a right hand. Bring your left hand together with the right. We're going to looking at the right hand. We're twisting. Left hand to the right. Right hand and left hand come together and go to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. This is a very, very gentle practice. Be good to yourself. You have been through a lot. We all are going through a lot. Know that less is more. And tell yourself, I'm here for you. Let yourself know when to slow down. So keep going. If you need to take a break, drop your hands down. So we are moving the lymph nodes in our underarms, in our neck region, in our belly, and in our thighs by just doing this gentle movement. And release. A lot of building heat. Shake it out. So we're going to bring our legs out to the side now. Feet are parallel. Now you don't want to overextend the backs of the knee. Be good to your knees wherever you are. If you're sitting in the chair, you can also do this by sitting in the chair. Or you can stand up if you need the support of the chair. You can have the chair in front of you or the chair to your side, just in case you need. Or you can do it like by the wall. Be good to yourself. Know when you need support. Soften the knees, arms over the head. Arms out to the side. And we're going to float all the way forward and down. And let's lift up and out to the side. So one more thing. When we fold forward in any other position, let the forward fold initiate from our hips. So we're going to go here. So let's try that. And we're going to float forward, soften the knees. We're going to lift our hips away from the heels. Lift our hips away from the heels. Knees are soft. Notice how that feels. And fold forward. Inhale. Exhale. Chin comes to chest. Soften the entire body. Notice how this feels on the backs of the legs. Inhale. Soften. Remember, less is more. You're massaging your internal organs. Also bringing head below the heart. You're bringing that well-nourished lymphatic fluid, well-nourished blood, nourished with oxygen to your head. Very, very powerful for your entire being. Deep breath in and out. Notice what you're feeling. Instead of just noticing the posture that I am doing, or maybe someone else is practicing with you, Notice how this feels inside your body. As you let go more, let go of your head. If your hands don't reach the floor, you can grab hold of your elbows. Stay here. Soften the knees. It is not yoga. Yoga is not about being flexible. It might be the result of yoga, but it's about connecting to your inner self. So let's not be so focused on how flexible you might be. Just notice how your thighs feel, the sciatic nerve running down from low back to the backs of the leg is being stretched out. The lymphatic fluid in your belly, or as you crush your belly, as you squeeze your belly, is getting activated. You're bringing fresh blood flow to your brain. Also, just by being still, you're calming that racing mind. You're activating that parasympathetic nervous system. This is therapeutic yoga. We're slowing down and slowly release your arms over the head. Be mindful of how you feel right now. You might be feeling a little lightheaded, and that's wonderful just to notice. Now our legs are out to the side. Just bring them heel toe in a little bit. Shake it out. We're not going to do too many postures. We're just going to move our body in all the directions and really hit all the lymph nodes and move our body forward, backward, side to side. So we're bringing our right foot forward. You can be either here, you can bring the back knee slightly down, or bring the back knee all the way down. Flatten the back foot. And if you have a chair in front of you, wonderful. Just bring your hands on the chair if it's hard for you to balance. As always, those of you that are joining me from the Cancer Center, remember my words, less is more. Always to yourself. You have been through a lot. So, and we're all going through a lot, aren't we? So be compassionate. Front of your ankle and the knee are in straight line. And you can just be here. This is just good enough. Those of you that want more, you know where to go, right? You can bring your arms over the head. There's many variations to this posture. You can tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, or just be here. I choose to be right here. And we'll also stay here for just a little bit. If you would like, I invite you to close your eyes. Or look right in front of you, single pointed focus. Just single pointed focus is very powerful. And just calming our racing mind. So let's make our mind our best friend, instead of the stressful monkey that creates havoc in our being. I know the front of the thigh, back of the thigh is talking. I know it wants to give up a little bit. Just stay here. One more breath. And drop your hands. Straighten your front leg. And fold forward right on top of it. Remember, it's not how far you go. Maybe you're just here today. You can look at your perfectly unmanicured toes. Or look at the back knee. like the little ant on my mat. Inhale. Those of you that just want to reach forward and go ahead and be right on top of your knee. Let's take a chill pill. It's okay that you can't reach your knee today. If we're forcing, we're creating more stress. The opposite will happen. Your sympathetic nervous system will wake up. Your monkey mind will wake up and start judging yourself. And the rest and relaxation will suffer. So be okay with where you are. Deep breath in and out. Bend that front knee, tuck the back toes, and let's go into our first downward facing dog. Now, downward facing dog is a very advanced posture. So it's okay if you're not able to go here. You can bring your knee down. You can just be here. If you're using a chair, you can just have your hands on the chair and be there. Stay here on tabletop. Spread your fingers wide apart. Tuck your toes. Let's go into down dog. Shoulders back and away from the ears. Now again, not everybody's downward facing dog will look perfect. Those of you that have been with me know exactly where you are and know how to support yourself. But for the rest of us, let's spread our fingers wide apart and bring the weight on the knuckles and edges of the palms. Tuck the toes under, bend your knees, and drop the heel away from the hips. And drop the heels down, soften the knees. I know this is a lot. I know we've been here for a long time. If you need to take a break, go ahead and take a break. Tuck the navel down. Deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Drop the knees and come back to the center. So we'll go to the other side, right? Hands on the hips, left knee forward. I know this is a very, very gentle practice for some of you. This practice is for the cancer patients, survivors, caretakers, and it's actually for all of us. If you think that you want more and I want power yoga and I want to run, see if you can actually just be here and how it actually feels. Just slow down. Slow down a little bit. Have your hands here, just like what we did on the other side. You can tuck the back toes under and lift up, or you can have your arms over the head. There are many variations to this as well. Find the one that's good for you and stay there. It's the longer we stay in the posture, the softer and the calmer the nervous system will become. Deep breath in. I invite you to close your eyes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now again, if your shoulders are tightened, soften them. If you're feeling tightness in your teeth and your tongue, soften it. Soften your eyes, gazing down. Magical things happen when you're still. Like this awesome mosquito on my knee. Soften your tongue and your teeth. I've never seen a mosquito sit so still. The more peaceful you're inside, everything and everyone around you can actually sense it. I know you're feeling it in your back thigh, but can we stay here one more? That's your lymphatic system, the front of your thigh. You're just opening up the ducts. And come back. Arms over your head, out to the side, and drop back down onto your hips. Let's just take maybe 5 of those deep breaths that I showed you before, just to notice what's happening on the inside. As you breathe in, notice how it feels now, just after doing a couple of postures. Come back, tuck our toes under, and lift up. So the beautiful thing, there's always a blessing in disguise. I've been hearing a lot of planes. You're wondering, why is everyone traveling right now? But it's the reality. So feet are hip width apart. So as I was saying, soften your knees, soften your abdomen, and we're actually going to do some hip circles. And I know some of you have done this before. So bring your hands right on your hips, soften the shoulders, soften the fingertips. Inhale, and as we exhale, we're just going to do simple circles. But I want the circles to lead just from the hips. So we don't need to be here. We lead from the hips. So as I was saying, beautiful thing about this is that I've been teaching yoga for about, I think 17 years or so. And my kids have never practiced with me. My son is practicing with me every day since 2 weeks. And that is the biggest gift, isn't it? So whatever you're doing right now, whatever blessings that are reaching because of this quieting and sudden shutting down of everything, let's just be thankful. Let's bring a little bit of gratitude. Keep moving your hips in one direction and the other. And let's go in the opposite direction. So what's happening here? Now, as we go in the opposite direction, notice what's happening. It's great to actually focus on what's happening, right? So notice the bottom soles of your feet. Notice how you're moving your ankles. Just notice your knees. When was the last time you thought about your knees? Give it a little attention. Notice your thighs and the hips. Are your wrists also moving? What's happening to your shoulder blades, right? There's a little bit of movement there. And shake it out. Great. Another thing that I love to do right here, we're just bringing our hands on our knees and soften the shoulders. And all we're doing, we're not pressing the knees, backs of the knees are soft, okay? And we're just making gentle circles. If you have never done yoga, this is perfect for you. There's no need to fear. And try this yoga class. Try many other classes that are offered out there. Find your own teacher. And then through that teacher, through yoga and the movement and the internal gaze and mindfulness, let's find that teacher inside us. And coming back, just move the knees. We're lubricating all the joints of our body. And keep moving the knees. And I know this might be a lot for some of you. You can always come back. And stop. Arms go over the head. And out to the side. Let's shake it up. So I'm just going to add a couple of postures. I normally don't go into vinyasa practice. I like to go more posture by posture and offer a little bit gentle approach to yoga. And of course, vinyasa practices are great. And I'll do that maybe the next video. So having our left foot forward, bend that left knee, and the right knee is slightly in at an angle, okay? Arms out to the side, soften your shoulders. Allow your front knee to bend. And take a look at your middle finger. Soften your belly. And see if you can soften that gaze. From the backs of the eyes all the way to the inner eyes. Bend that front knee more. You can widen your stance. Maybe this is too much for you. You can come back. Pressure, point of pressure is outer edge of the back foot. So if you're here, press that back foot down. And apparently this mosquito loves me. Or this is another one, its friend. Deep breath in, drop the back palm, lift the front. Inhale, belly in. And the arm over the head. Beautiful opening of the entire side body. Opening the entire side body. Inhale, and if your neck is like coming down, try to bring the ear to the top arm. Inhale. Exhale. I know that's a lot of instruction, but this is the first video we're doing together. And then bring your elbow to the knee, back arm lifts straight up. So in this posture, you can either be here, you can be here, but every time you change the position of your arm, it becomes a different posture. It's what are you craving today? So you can just be here, both arm, the top arm is up, or fingertip to fingertip, straight line. Beautiful, wherever you are. Or you can have elbow to the knee and a beautiful line from fingertip of the top arm to the outer edge of the back foot. If you're pressing too much on your shoulder, release that pressure. Tuck the navel in. Take a look at your front toes now. Inhale. Exhale. Full circle with the top arm. Release your arms over the head. Hands at heart center. Now we'll go to the other side. Right foot at an angle. Back foot slightly in. We're going to bend that front knee. Arms out to the side. Take a look at your middle finger. Back, outer edge of the back foot is pressing down. Front knee is bent. Our ankle and knee in straight line. These things are important. These little bit of adjustments are very, very important. Imagine if you did yoga all day long being on the arches. That is very debilitating for your ankles, your arches, your little ligaments and joints there. So remember some of these adjustments. Inhale, soften the shoulders back and down. If you do yoga with shoulders tensed up and we're pressing here, we're creating a lot of stress. So it's having an adverse effect on our body, right? Deep breath in bend that front knee and elbow to the knee, just like I said before. Find your own posture here. Can you find your breath here? Can you see where the breath is right now? You can be here, you can be here, or you can be here. Wherever you are, because you're stretching your arms over the head, the lymphatic ducts are opening up. They've already opened up as we have practiced for a little bit now, but they're opening up further. And with the pressure of the side body, with the knees bent, the lymphatic fluid is flowing everywhere. There are multiple ducts opening up. And it is beautiful, beautiful for your immune system. Inhale, exhale, and round, come back. Hands at heart center. Coming back, heel, toe, heel, toe. Shake it out. So, I wanted to share something with you. We're gonna go into a beautiful relaxation technique. I know we haven't done all the back bends and front forward and all of that stuff, but like I said, less is more. So what I wanted to share with you is just the components of the lymphatic system and how you have moved today. I want you to create a little diary as you start taking yoga classes, meditation classes, whatever you're doing. Let's start journaling together. Maybe you can put a little message in my YouTube video if you want to ask me a question, and I'll answer. Of course I'll answer. Let's create a little journal. Maybe you won't ask me a question. Maybe you ask a question to yourself. What came up for you? What is it that you want from your next yoga class? How did you like this class? Or just journal about how you're feeling right now by just doing this practice of yoga, just for a few moments. Even if you did like one posture with me, even if you just watch this yoga class with me, how did you feel? Do you want to do this? Do you want to take this practice on as a self-healing vehicle? Whether it's this class or, like I said, there's so many of us out there. Find someone or find this class and start practicing. And start bringing awareness to your inner body. Calm your nervous system. And through moving your body, nourish your lymphatic system. And also there's a lot happening in our respiratory system and our autonomic nervous system, your skeletal system. As you're moving, you're moving your ankles and all the joints, you're nourishing your joints. I can go on, because I'm a speaker and I speak at a lot of events. So I have a lot of habit of just going on and on about the benefits, but I hope you feel the benefits. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. As of next week, Orlando Health will be posting these videos on the websites, and I'll be coming to you from their website. And I'll also share the videos here on the YouTube channel with the rest of you. So thank you for being here with me. And we're going to go into the last practice, which is called Shavasana. And also, it can be, body scan. And I like to do my Shavasana with body scan, which is also known as Yoga Nidra. And the benefits are just endless. I invite you to call my boyfriend Google and ask him for the benefits. Shavasana is very, very powerful for our pain receptors and so many things. I wish you a lot of healing. And whatever you're facing out there, let's just be mindful. Let's be mindful of each other and mindful of our inner being. So let's go into Shavasana and relax a little bit, okay? So we're just gonna lay down. I invite you to lay down, and I'll go ahead and guide you through the entire Shavasana, bringing our legs about hip width apart. Even if this is all you do right now, if this is all you join me for, it's really powerful. Who doesn't like to just lay down and relax, you know? It's been my favorite asana during this. So let's just bring our feet hip width apart, palms next to the hips. Soften your eyes and the mouth and the jaw. Let's feel the bottom of our body onto the mat. The center of our body releasing. The entire bone structure releasing to the mat. And the tops of the body joining the bottom. I always say visualize yourself as a pizza dough sitting on the countertop and how it releases. Let your entire body, the muscles, the tissues, the joints, just release onto the floor. Telling yourself that I'm giving you this gift of stillness. Starting at the toes, we're going to relax our toes. Yoga Nidra practice in and of itself is a lot deeper, a lot more detailed. We're just going to do progressive scan. Relaxing the bottoms of the feet, the tops of the feet, ankles, tops of the shins, calves. Close your eyes. Come back, relaxing our thighs, hips. Relax the low back, abdomen. Relax the rib cage, underarms, shoulders. Relax the upper arms, elbows, lower arms, palms of the wrists. Coming to the neck, relax the neck, the jaw, the tongue, and the teeth. Relax the inside of our head, the tops of our head. Relax the center of the forehead. And let's just stay here for a few moments, feeling the energy moving throughout our body by this very simple and gentle practice of yoga. And gently Wiggle your fingers and the toes. Bend your knees, bring them in. Roll your knees from side to side. Bring both your arms over the head. And slowly roll over to one side. And come up to seated posture. And I know I said that I'll be doing Anulom Vilom with you. And the breath of fire. But we'll cover that next time. I hope you enjoyed this practice of yoga with me. My approach is therapeutic yoga. And just be aware of your body and be aware of your emotions and see what comes up. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you join me next time, next week on Monday. Take care and namaste.